right now.
Oh, this? It's like oddly comfortable. I mean,
Man-spreading?
Yeah.
Use that word?
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
word.
Oh my god, I know, I heard it.
It's like,
but I can't believe that you're using it.
When you're on a train and it's like,
okay, actually, I realized the problem. He doesn't even want to look at me the camera. I'll just cover this up. There we go. Okay, now it's like, it's reasonable. All right. Oh, yeah. So you see, look, the draft covers it. We don't even need it. Speaking of which, we have got... Actually, yo, Nico, you know what? Look dude, I'm FaceTiming your mum.
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
Okay, let's get to the draft because we're about to get our first pick. Bounty Hunter has been eliminated from the possibilities by Team Liquid to round out their first ban phase.
Yeah, nice little bans. I like the fact that NiP, obviously still banning out the Weaver, Grimstroke, pretty decent Liquid heroes, and Liquid just instantly going back to the Ember. This is where you know NiP, when you take the first game in the series, you're pretty confident in what you want to do, and like when they come into the series, it's if they pick X hero, these are our strategies, and you can clearly see that if this Ember first pick, they understood what they wanted to do because they instantly snap pick Bristle SD. SD very good against the Ember throughout the stage of the game. And
Timber is in the pool.
Say again?
Timber is in the pool.
It is?
Yeah.
Done. Are we gonna see it though? In the first phase, I mean, there's already a Shadow Demon Germ, right?
I think you just picked
the thing is, if they go Timber, then they have to ban out Nyx. Otherwise, it's going to be like an insanely good game of SD Nyx Bristle. The Nyx dismantles Ember and Timbersaw, so I don't mind it, but I think it's you can't get too carried away.
This is also a good pick against the Bristleback. I've been talking a lot about Witch Doctor against all of the fat heroes, against all of the heroes that run in. We saw last game how good it was against the Bounty Hunter, not so good against the Tinker on the other hand, but definitely Bristleback is one of those heroes that likes to run in. If he gets maledicted on, he is going to die, even with the Shadow Demon actually protecting him.
Yeah, I think the main thing that we make sure we know is the last game, it wasn't a drafting issue too much. It was basically the game was. It was refreshing to see a game that was decided on like intricate plays and moments in the game, right? So like you can see Liquid, they haven't actually adjusted too much in terms of their picks. Obviously, 2 out of the 5 heroes they played in the last game they still got right now. So we're not going to see anything too crazy, I don't think, because again, Liquid, they know that that game was so close for their own win that they shouldn't be like, oh guys, we need to go back to the drawing board. What are we doing? Why are we picking Ember? You know, it's just calm, guys. We just played. We had a rough moment. We got outplayed a couple of times. We're good to go. Keeping it calm. It's nice to see.
There's a reason that this hero is still one of the most picked heroes. In fact, I think it is the most picked hero still since 7.25 Ember Spirit. It just feels like it fits almost any draft, right? Like it has the right pace for the current meta.
Yeah, it wants to fight. It doesn't really... You get, like, phase, you can go Maelstrom to farm a bit more, you can go for Vessel if needed, you just have the ability to go, you can chip, poke, you can commit to a fight, you can enter areas that are maybe scary and have that defensive remnant out. Like, it provides so much. It's a very strong hero.
And not only that, you're a flexible pick, right? Yes. You can't really like, oh, I'm going to counter this Ember in the lane because he can go safe lane, then you can pick a support that's actually going to complement him quite well. So, to be honest, he's the perfect pick, perfect opening, and Liquid plays it on both of their cores, so I feel like there's not a better way for them to open, but like T said, NiP has an idea of how to play against this, though, even though I said Witch Doctor, best position 5 right now, I still think he's extremely good. We've seen him many games, he hasn't won yet, but I feel like against the Bristleback he's going to do so much work.
I feel like he could win a game.
No, but you see that teams are actually recognizing how strong it is. I just don't know why he's not winning any games.
Thank you for that half analysis there. T, take the complicated part of that analysis for us. Why isn't it winning games?
Because it does fall flat. We saw how Insania, he did get a couple kills. He played pretty well, playing with a support, getting those Tinker kills early on. But then you get to the crucial part of the game. He pretty much at that point was a walking healing ward. That's about it. He sticks obs down. His ult doesn't really do any damage. His cask is kind of whatever. There's BKBs. The fights are not all they're located in areas where the cask doesn't really do much. So I think Witch Doctor is very good, but it falls flat very early. I think more importantly, though, if we look at this, I love how Liquid, they've got it's the same type of thing, right? There's no task, there's an Earth Spirit instead. It's that ability to get to the backlines. They're covering themselves from these, like the way in which NiP are playing right now, which is we're going to run at you and we're going to have that one person at the back behind us who's always throwing out something. And Liquid are making sure that they have at least 2 to 3 ways to cover themselves from this playstyle. Tusk, sure, it's okay, but it wasn't that good, right? You had those soft counters coming in from Jakiro and Shadow Demon. This game, Earth Spirit, it's now going to be so easy for him and the Ember to just pair up together, jump anyone they want, and it's going to be 3 kills.
Yeah, something that, like, position for Earth Spirit, we talked about it, that on core it's a lot better. I wouldn't like to see it on core like Earth Spirit and Ember Spirit. It doesn't really work that well for me. But one of the best heroes when I have the Earth Spirit, when I'm playing the Earth Spirit, that I like to have on my position 5 is the Witch Doctor, because he's actually gonna give me that extra amount of damage to kill someone in the early game before I get my ulti. So I really like these two, how they work together.
It's the fact that it's going to have a solid safe lane, because you're going to have Witch Doctor +1, and then Earth Spirit can maybe do his creep pulling top lane if needed with the boots, and at any point if the enemy off lane oversteps their mark, you have that TP into instant roll death, because you have such a strong tri-lane coming in. So it's just the fact that it just enables the side lanes. It gives Earth Spirit a way to play out the game.
Well,
Veno, oh.
Yeah, Liquid are switching over to Team Green.
That is a tasty pick.
Tasty. Not
Yeah.
just because of the bananas it drops?
No, because you got this Venomancer who's going to be able to just this like the health regen mitigation against Bristleback. Your Shadow Demon Lion are heroes that don't really like getting slowed. They want to be in the fight, that's trying to save, do their thing, and if you have Plague Wards around it, they get out of position once, it's going to be so slow they can't get back out the fight. So it's like once you commit, you're in, getting out again, it's going to be impossible. You have this Ember and Earth Spirit rolling over. It's like if NiP are ever out of position, this Venom will just instantly control the fight.
I like how you mentioned the wards here. I feel like NiP's lineup needs to get in and kill a hero before the start of a fight. The Venomancer really doesn't let you do that because of the Serpent wards that are all around, and even if you go onto the Veno and he gets his spells off, the other ones are gonna kill you. So you need to kill like the Ember, the Witch Doctor or something before the fight starts, and then maybe reset and then run in again. So this Veno is gonna make that almost impossible, and also in the laning stage this Bristle is gonna be safe lane, Veno most likely against him, so him and the Earth Spirit can escape from this Bristle, so he won't get any kills in the early laning stage.
They are in a difficult position though on Liquid, where NiP have this ability, Mars will obviously go pipe naturally. You're going to have Bristle going to want to run at you, it's going to be fine. Sure, you're going to have the ability to maybe stop them, but you don't have a lot of, like, if you want to defend a tower, you play off of Plague Wards, and other than that, there's not really a lot to defend a tower, right? Earth Spirit, Witch Doctor don't like doing it, Ember Spirit can later on. So I think if NiP just go like TA here, for example, goes Blink, Deso, BKB into MKB, you have instant jump potential, you always blow up the PA, you're going to have a clear way to take towers, you're going to be tankier from the Mars, like, it's going to be so nice for Dire to want to just run at them. And my only fear is if Radiant don't have really like early kills, strong laning phase, and create their own kind of area on the map, they're going to be unable to really defend enough towers, and if there's pressures coming in from multiple lanes, they rely so heavily on this Venomancer to be able to set up that defense that they might just lose control of these early towers.
And they've gone more aggressive. Yeah, they picked a Phantom Assassin here to round out their draft. So
I didn't even know Lycan wasn't banned. My eyes.
Yeah.
This is
how did it get through the entire ban phase?
This was my fear. Like okay, let's re-scratch that. Doesn't matter about the TA Deso. You now just got a Lycan with Necro Book. It's your tower defense on Liquid is very underwhelming, and it's so crucial that you have a good laning phase, early kills. But I guess the key point with the Witch Doctor fanboy, it's you have the cask against the neutral creeps of Lycan. If you do get the bounce onto them, they are going to be stunned for quite a long time. It's going to be pretty good. You're going to be able to take them out of the fight. So there is a nice little mechanic there. The issue is I feel this Lycan should run rampant, especially when you have a Mars to save him. I think this last pick honestly is disgusting.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that Liquid can defend towers, that once the Earth Spirit hits level 6, when the Witch Doctor is around level 5, level 3 cask, and if the Ember Spirit has at least of a solid game that they can defend towers, these heroes are gonna feel squishy. Even though Bristleback and the Mars are fat heroes, I feel like they're gonna feel squishy, and that Liquid will take this game. From what I've seen in the first game, I think that this type of draft is actually gonna play to their strengths, and they can win this easily.
I guess easily.
Okay, easily. As easy as it can be against a Lycan.
Remember, he likes his Witch Doctor.
I love my Witch
I guess one of my final remarks is simply, though, you have a Bristleback Lycan, and you don't have enough reliable stun to really lock them down. You have chains, you've got Earth Spirit roll, and other than that, you have the slows on Venomancer. Sure, you have Castle Well, but it's not really that good of a stun. So you have very soft stuns for these heroes, and now you're going to have a Bristleback running at you and the Lycan. If you have to stun one, you have to commit all your stuns to lock them down long enough. The other one should be able to pop off. So I think it's a pretty scary game for Liquid. And I think, yeah, I'm still going to predict NiP for this victory.
All right, soft or hard? I don't know. I can't really go against the final pick Lycan, but that's not up to me to decide. I know there's two boys on the line that might have some opinions that clash a little, though. 1437 Nomad, you there, boys? I think you've got quite the game of dogs.
Yeah, it's all going to be kicking up, and I think we're definitely on two sides of the fence here, me and Thebe. And I'm saying, you know, I know Charlie. I've watched him for a long time. This man is Lycan. This is a absolute favorite of his. But you're leaning towards the PA, aren't you, Thebes?
You know, I just love this hero. Like, this hero is just so much fun to play. You can always kill support so easily, especially you get Black Ember. I mean, look at this lineup, right? NiP doesn't actually have anything for the lockdown, like for BKB, and on top of that, all their damage is pretty much physical from all their cores. And PA doesn't mind that because she's got Blur as well, right? From all these right clicks and stuff. And throughout history, PA and Witch Doctor have been good heroes against Lycan. One PA because the Blur, and Witch Doctor because the cast. It can disable these wolves and the necro books for a very long time. So, you know, if NiP does snowball like any other Lycan lineups, they're just gonna destroy this game in like 20 minutes, right? But if this game goes any longer than that, I can definitely see Liquid having a really good shot at this game.
For sure. And I think it's worth mentioning, you know, I actually expected the Witch Doctor to be banned in game number 2 because of how much work it did in the laning phase in game number 2. And I feel like NiP maybe resting a little bit too much on their victory and forgetting about that horrendous laning phase they had last game. But Insania really, like, torn them a new one on this Witch Doctor Insania. And they've just let it through again. And this time it's going to be against a Lycan. You know, his summons are going to be struggling later on in the game. We'll see how it goes for them and how this laning phase goes again. They don't have the Tusk this time, worth mentioning. They've got the Spirit instead.
Yeah, and this time they're actually going to try lane top. And one more thing to mention that I'm very opposed to is that Charlie's going middle with Lycan. And Supreme is going safe lane with Bristleback. Throughout history, like, I've always thought that swapping your mid laner and your carry players like roles like in the game, or like making them play in the opposite lanes, generally doesn't, you know, go well for that team. It's like both your cores need to have very strong understanding of both of the roles in order to be able to do this.
Right, I kind of get what you're saying. So, but then again, there have been teams which have made success out of that. I mean, Team Secret, old Team Liquid as well, of course.
There are a lot of teams, but like those guys perfected it, right? Like you can't just suddenly just go with it and do it. Like Supreme has to be like a natural carry player and understand like his positioning in lane and things like that. Because like this lane, if he tri-lanes people, he's not going to be used to it, right? Like this guy probably plays pubs and he's playing mid lane against like one hero. Now he's up against a tri-lane. Things can hit the fan really quickly.
All right, let's see how this goes. Charlie in the mid lane with the Shed Tangos versus Quakefer on the Ember Spirit. I don't know how this matchup's going to go. Do you? Oh, we actually have first blood.
First blood.
Oh,
Foxy, the ward behind the tower. Full value.
Very naughty from NiP. Is going in deep, realizing they have the damage. Oh, Jet Supreme gets super low here to that Maledict, and with the daggers, Tiger even coming under the tower for this one, but they will get that kill. So making the trade and killing the carry as well, a pretty big deal in this top lane. Liquid respond with the aggression with their own, and this is the kind of start to the game we were hoping for, right? Like, you know, NiP died behind the tower for first blood. Liquid respond immediately by killing the enemy carry. Like, these guys are already gloves off, getting at it. Shuts off on the floor.
Like, game 1 was the same thing, man. It was a freaking bloodbath. And both these teams are like not afraid to fight whatsoever.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if Liquid are able to have just a dominant. Snako, is he alright here? He's yeah, he's gonna be okay, man. They're not quite doing that much. And actually, Insania, the quills nearly finish him off, but the Witch Doctor, no, he doesn't get away. Max range on those quills there. Absolute max range from Supreme, but down he goes. It never ends.
Yeah, if Snako died, that would have been
talking about never ending. Bottom lane, Boxy being stunned to a tree. Era and Sableye getting a lot of damage off the 3 poison stacks as well. This Venomancer will be put to sleep. Good night, sweet prince. It's a painful one.
I think NiP is very happy with the situation because they get to 2v1 the Venomancer, and the Venomancer has died again. And while top lane with just 2 heroes against 3, they're doing completely fine.
Yeah. This TP she just comes off cooldown as he respawns, which is something, I guess. You know, it's not much, but if you're really grasping at these straws, then at least he's got that. But yeah, Boxy
Here it
just
is.
gonna...
Taiga's in to help.
Yeah. They're looking for the
he
response
can't
here. They
die
don't want to
here.
just let him die. I don't know, what can Tiger actually do? He's throwing a rock through them. Ira doesn't care. He's just going to keep on stacking these poisons till the day he dies. Just miss that last one, which is going to be Boxy trying to get away. And actually, Tiger's going to get the return kill onto Ira. And actually, he's going to get 2 return kills. Saberlight, he doesn't have any way out of this one. He's going to throw a spear, but he'll die all the same. 2 kills up on the top lane, a great rotation in from Tiger. Boxy stays alive, and more than that, gets 2 big return kills. Nice movements from Tiger again.
Dude, that was such a perfect TP. It's like perfectly timed, going for the perfect targets. And Boxy was actually baiting the entire time because he had like 6 stick charges, and they were not going to kill that Venomancer in that situation. And look at his items too. He has a magic wand, ring of protection, everything to make him as tanky as possible in the bottom lane.
He wants to be a big boy, and he shall be eventually, one day. Meanwhile, at the top, it seems like things have peed out a little bit. Supreme and Mickey just trading farm at this stage. There is a lot of kill threat in both these supports, though. One with the Paralyzer Cask and Maledict, and the other with that Earth Spike.
Yeah. And the one thing we didn't talk about was the mid lane here. Charlie is doing completely fine. He's got that headdress. He's got so much HP regen. He's got 10 HP regen. Oh, bottom lane. Boxy actually getting gone on.
Yeah, they're turning towards this Venomancer. Era taking a bit of damage, but not really enough. But a kick away from Tiger. Get out of here. Unfortunately, Boxy's actually turning around to get a couple more right clicks off and actually getting clipped by these poisons. It is going to put an end to him, but Era might be dying as well. Roll on forward. Spear comes through and a deny out from Saberlight. Very nicely done. Throw the spear, kill your teammate, and Tiger gonna have to limp away from this lane, but does grab the creeps with him.
Top lane too, Insania.
God,
so much damage.
Yeah, he's jumping back in. He wants to try and grab Supreme here, and the tower shot will finish the job. Mickey with the heads up play, seeing, even though he had virtually no HP at all, seeing the opportunity, going for the opportunity, and getting that kill, which many other players wouldn't have gone for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like I didn't even see that tower hit come out. That was pretty nice from Mickey to realize that he was actually able to get the kill because that tower hit.
Yeah, insane. What a read. But yeah, the mid lane very interesting as these two kind of just trading, not really much else happening. Line up at top, yeah, he's got the Maledict, he's going down, right click from the Zania, down he will go.
This Witch Doctor's nice, man. He's getting a lot of kills, especially with the dagger. Like the dagger's a perfect setup for the cask into Maledict. And if that's a really good Maledict, like, or there's another cast that comes out, Mickey can easily just jump in with the Phantom Strike as well, and just, they can pretty much kill anybody here until Bristleback probably gets to like level 5. Or maybe gets like a chainmail or something.
I just want to mention Charlie. He's been a very naughty boy. He sent forward one of his wolves to deny one of the bounty runes, so it will only be one bounty rune for Liquid. Although they're setting up on Charlie. Look at this. And saying, yeah, he's mad. He wants his revenge. You take my bounty rune.
I think he saw him. Oh, no, he didn't see him.
No, he didn't. He's gone forwards. In comes the Cask. In comes the Maledict. No, he's going to pop the ultimate and try and get himself to safety. In fact, he's not looking for anything here. Just going to scare off Insania and chill out.
That's so unfortunate for Liquid there. The last creep gave him the XP to get to level 6 and escape from that.
Meanwhile, on the top
another deny.
Bottom lane, sorry, Boxy goes down and they kill off Ira as well. Meanwhile, at the top, they're looking for a return aggression onto the PA. Will they get him? No, nope. Gets a blink strike away to his teammate. Meanwhile, Tiger able to roll away from everybody down at bottom as well. My God, so many fights going on. How? Jesus, there's so much.
And this is the problem with Venomancer, right? He's such a slow hero. You can easily set up with the spear, and then the shotty you can just walk in and disrupt. It's like really, really difficult. At top, he's top now, but he gets revealed because of the ward.
Yeah, that's a really awkward time to de-ward it. He's like, oh yeah, they saw your box.
They see us.
Sorry, mate.
They see us. Oh, they were really looking forward to getting a kill on that Bristleback, the Venomancer.
Let's see, Mickey. Yeah, he is going to go bottom here with the Witch Doctor. Inseparable duo.
Is this what they want to do, though? This, like, Mars is rather strong. Like, okay, they do bring 3 heroes, and they have Maledict, so maybe Just maybe.
Yeah, let's see. Can Era save? Oh, the spear onto Tiger. Nice roll, sir. He is going to go for the TP out here. I'm not sure if it's going to be 6
He might
minutes.
be. Is he dead?
Oh,
No,
the fountain.
he's good. He's good. He's good. He even fairy fire.
Look at this. He's firing firefires. Oh my god.
And the all
What a
chat.
goddamn predict. I mean, well, it wasn't a prediction. They had the ward up. Must mention that, but yeah. Jesus
I mean, that
Christ.
was godly. That was actually a godly play. Like, he just speared him away. If he gets hit by that boulder, he's dead. 100% dead.
Jesus. My
I
god.
was like,
no. I'm enjoying
Wait.
this.
Boxy.
Yeah, Supreme having absolutely no chill here and just running at Venomancer between the towers.
Quick one.
Meanwhile, he's got a double damage. Uh-oh. Soneko will be able to get the stun out. Is it going to be enough for Supreme to get away? I don't think so. A Hex as well, but they're even throwing Tiger onto this one as well, and Supreme will lose his life in the end.
Good reaction from Qualifiers there. Just punishing this like casual bristleback running between the tower. Very easy. I mean, he's having a decent game, but he has made, you know, a few misplays here and there on his bristleback. Oh, PA bottom. Oh,
She's
man,
gone.
at Mars. Damn,
Oh
dude.
no. Oh no, and
Probably.
Sableye trying to do his best to tilt them right now as well. You know, he's throwing out the tips, he's throwing out the voice chat lines, he's doing everything he can to get under their skin.
Yeah, he's getting revenge for last game when they were killing him nonstop.
True, true.
Even though he did win. But like right now, because of the PA rotating to bottom against this Mars, they really need the Earth Spirit to like.
So they're going on him this time, and I think they've got the damage this time around, trying to get a cheeky kill onto Insania. Don't have enough damage, and even Era in some trouble. He's going for the TP away. Will he be able to make it?
Nah,
He will.
no crits. He's level 5 still on the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, that'd be very impressive if
Enough
she
damage.
critted at level 5. Meanwhile,
Oh, top lane though.
they're looking for him, opening up with the ground
Yikes.
strike. Supreme, yeah, he's just going to be able to run this guy down, I think. One's out from
man.
Boxy. TP's coming, a nice plague ward, but unfortunately not enough to keep him alive. Insania coming forward here. He's got the Maledict. Quakeberry's on top of him as well. A ton of flame guards coming out as well with the Fire Remnant, and that is going to be a dead-ass hero.
Okay, and Soneko too. Soneko too.
Yeah, looking for the +1. Misses the stun. Quakeber juking and jiving and looking for the kill. Tower diving and Soneko. Oh, he's getting melted away by the Flame Guard. This is sad. This is sad. He's going to go down. Meanwhile, start out onto Mickey. Charlie popping the ultimate, trying to run him down here. Mickey running out of options, running out of health, and running out of life. Down he shall go.
Mid lane too. Era.
Oh my god! Era. Even observing Pog. They won't be able to unleash onto Era here, but he got the disruption onto Insania to stop the paralyzing cast coming out, which is the only reason he survived in this one. Tiger's not done. He's under the tower, and Era's just like, hey, buddy, you realize you've got 4 stacks of poison on you right now. Make it at 5, and you're dead.
Wow, this is crazy. It's like we have 19 kills. It's 9 minutes in. What's happening? Bottom lane too. They're not done. They're not giving this tower up for free.
Yeah, Saberlight being the target of 2 heroes inside that arena, and down goes one, looking towards Boxy as well. He's probably going to lose his life for this one, but if he can find a couple of return kills, it might well be worth it, but no, not going to happen. That Maledict is such a pain.
So good. Maledict is actually so good.
It's insane.
Yeah, 21 kills, guys, 10 minutes. I don't know when the last time I've seen a game like this, but like, we just have to watch all 3 lanes at the same time. That's the only way.
Yeah, good luck.
Listen, Nomad, you cover top lane and mid lane. I'll cover ball lane. We'll get all the action in.
I'll get top. We got some observers with us as well. They can get mid. Meanwhile, at top, Soneko's being targeted down by Tiger, dropping the ultimate onto him as well. But Soneko trying to turn it around. He has got a finger if he wants to throw it into him. He certainly will. Hex out as well. Soneko going to lose his life, and Saberlight actually missing the spear. Tiger's okay.
Quakeber's getting gone on. So many souls got perched up.
What does he do? 4 stacks of goo. Well, Tiger comes in, kicks him away, saves the day, gives his own life for the cause. Get down, Mr. President. I will die for you any day, my king.
Wow, what a...
That's in the chat.
That was such a support play. That was actually so good by Tiger. Much respect. Quakeber going back in. He wants revenge.
Yeah, looking towards Era here. Era, he's gonna play the dance of death. He's looking at this, actually. Saberlight's made his way over, but I don't think they can set up. They don't really have any way to put a tree on him.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get our first blood on the tower here. Like, first tower blood, I guess. Charlie is gonna get this for free, yeah. No one's gonna contest Charlie anymore. He's level 10, like, after he kills a creep.
They're trading for mid, though. I mean, this is really good for Liquid.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I'm happy ones about this. They do get the deny on Supreme, though.
I guess they don't get the bottom tower. The mid tower is the first blood. There.
Even you lied.
I did. I really did. I was giving misinformation. Sorry. But he does get the tower now, bottom. All right.
All right. Remedied your mistake somewhat. Meanwhile, Sneko is going to be the one to pop that smoke, and this Lion, he is most certainly dead. Surrounded by heroes, going to throw down a Hex, going to throw down a stun, and actually Charlie coming in from behind. My bad, guys. Doesn't look like Snakeo's dead for now, but actually, okay, that's punished in the end. It finally comes through. Qualifier trying to separate these remnants, trying to fool them out a little bit, and will be able to do so, but never mind. Supreme, he's waiting, he's ready, he's playing fielder, and he will catch it. The spear just about connecting, and they're going to run down Qualifier as well. That's going to be a nice return for the Lion. You'll take that trade any day of the week.
Yeah, for sure. And Supreme, Supreme is a Ember Spirit player. He's a mid player. He knows where that Ember is actually going.
Can't fool me, sir. Meanwhile, Boxy, he's been spotted in the trees. They've got an arena out as well. Spear going to connect easily. Meanwhile, they jump on the backlines onto Charlie. They've already locked Boxy, though. Charlie's going to be the target for the time being. He's staying alive as a pride long time. Will finally die. The Magnetize pop down onto so many heroes. They're going to lose too. Sableye is gone. I don't think the Bristleback's getting out of this one. You're absolutely right. And kicked to his death. Ow.
That's
Liquid.
insane.
Slap back.
Yo, that double damage plus the Earth Spirit. Like, this level 6 Earth Spirit is actually the scariest team fighter ever. Like, you don't want to be diving towers when the enemy has an Earth Spirit level 6. That's for sure.
And 3 heroes dead. Maybe putting a bit of a pause to this previously ridiculously aggressive game. I mean, we're sitting on nearly 30 kills at a 13-minute mark. It's absolutely ridiculous how much these guys have been brawling, but guess what? Sure. Liquid looking to put pressure on tier 1 at top. Is there going to be a defense made from NiP? Doesn't look like it right now.
I think they decided to slow the game down a bit. Soneko's still trying to farm his boots 13 minutes in, so he's in the bottom lane chilling, hanging out. And then Bristleback does TP top though. Like, they know the Earth Spirit ulti is on cooldown and he probably doesn't have much nulns yet. So, well, just going to casually walk away.
Yeah, not a hero you can really engage upon too easily. Tide is going to slide away.
Yeah, I think like the longer this game goes where NiP doesn't get more objectives, it's actually good for Liquid. Because all Liquid needs is to keep protecting their towers and making sure that PA just comes online first before they lose like, 6 towers on the map.
Yeah, it is starting to get a little bit costly. We need to focus on keeping their buildings alive and getting Lycan to that stage where he can just run down lanes, and he's nearly there. I mean, he's got Necronomicon level 1. Soon. Yeah, 2's coming out in 250 gold. He is cruising. Meanwhile,
yeah,
Ninja's smoking up. Sneko leading the charge. Oh, Mickey. This could be a big one. Sneko, can he close the gap? Mickey's trying to look through the trees. So just about catch him with a spear, but it doesn't stun him up. And Sablei's like, what do I do? What do I do? Running forwards, running backwards, realizing the cast coming through on the backlines, and there's nothing he can do to keep Sneko alive. But NiP, the cavalry have arrived, but not in time enough to save Sneko. But meanwhile, Qualifiers going to be the one targeted down. He's controlled up for the time being. Meanwhile, Boxy's killed off inside the arena. Qualifiers fine for the time being. Meanwhile, NiP, they might be in some trouble here. Sablelight's on the backlands, and he is gone. Caught inside that poison nova and losing his life, and Era's going to be the next one as well. Liquid turn it again. 3 heroes brought down by them, only losing their Venomancer for this one. They'll certainly take this trade, and it's feeling a little bit toothless from the side of NiP in these engagements.
Oh man, dude, I feel like they should have just let the Mars lead with the spear there onto the PA. That fight just like I mean, Mickey running away from that smoke was like the perfect situation for Liquid to lure NiP into a bad position.
It really did, yeah. And, Mickey is not one of these players, mind you, there's not many players who would see a lion running towards them and not find a way to get out of it. Nice use of the Quelling Blade there, just realizing that he can't turn around and get stunned up. But, yeah, that's definitely an uncharacteristic mistake from Sneko.
Yeah, and because of this, like I said, when they're fighting not around objectives and they're not getting these tier 1 towers, like I feel like NiP's chance of winning just keeps decreasing slowly but surely. Because his PA is coming online.
They're throwing some spells towards Boxy here, but that seems to be about it. And now with this Malediction on Supreme, he does have to play a little bit carefully. They kick back in Sneko, feeding him to the Lions. They haven't brought him down yet, but I'm sure they will shortly. A dagger comes through to finish the job. Chains are out onto Supreme. They don't have a Maledict to keep on dealing with him here. And actually the arena to force back Liquid there, seeing if they can maybe catch someone, but more importantly, getting his team to safety. A full-on disengage from NiP, but using an arena to do so is a pretty high price, and one which I'm sure Liquid are going to abuse.
Man, Taiga is so good on this hero. It feels like he's pretty much done everything for his team. right? He's been in 14 out of 19 kills, and it feels like wherever he is, there's always like success about to, you know, burst out and just feed gold to everybody.
Is this going how you expected it, though? I mean, looking at the draft, would you not think NiP should be the one in the more aggressive seat with more kills at this point?
Yeah, you would think so, but I feel like that's why Taiga like has pretty much, you know, stopped that game plan. Oh, Melodic?
Sorry, Steven. Yeah, you got to shut up again as they jump forward onto the Bristleback, but this time it might be going the other way. Tiger's the one getting fingered right now, and Supreme's on top of him. A right click comes through, and they will save his life. Yeah,
this is what they call Cassacres, right? Like Taiga, you know, praising this guy, and it just rolls into his death there, into the lion.
Not your fault, Tiger.
It was pretty good, though. Not your fault, buddy. It's okay. We'll keep our eyes away from him for now, so he can, like, you know, bring himself back in and do those amazing plays once again. But yeah, like that feels like the first time something actually went NiP's way. Like you said, they do want to, you know, be able to take control of this game and take out towers, but this is the power spike that they've been waiting for, right? They got that pipe on the Bristleback, and they got the Necronomicon on the Lycan, and if they can start mowing down towers right now, they're gonna be in the driver's seat for sure.
Meanwhile, Arena comes out, and this is one very dead Boxy. Yeah, they completely annihilate him. Looking towards Insania now as well. No Maldo for this fight as he's killed off. It's already on Supreme, in fact, but Liquid, once again, you know, they're going to take their losses. They're going to retreat a little bit here. I don't think there's a chance of re-engagement in this one, though. They've already lost too much. They will, however, get a Necro unit there. I think the PA managed to grab that one with the Stifling Dagger, so that's a little bit of gold in her pocket at least. Still playing with the Vision up on that high ground, and
she does have that Battle Fury too now on the PA, but this is the NiP Wrecking Ball that we've been waiting to see, right? They got the key items. I think the next key item that NiP is looking for is maybe like a Crimson Guard, so that the PA doesn't do so much damage as well. And then once Mars finishes Vlad's, that I think that's going to be very annoying for this Phantom Assassin to deal with. She might not actually be able to do enough physical damage, but I like the item traits from Supreme, like going to Pipe first, because Ember and Veno are like the more prominent heroes at the moment that are going to be doing like a lot of damage in the fights. Also Earth Spirit, Ember, Earth Spirit, and the Venomancer.
Yeah, if you can take out this Veno, the fights look way nicer for NiP. But they're spooked up. They're looking for the engagement on their own terms here, holding this high ground, and actually they might have Supreme here jumping onto him. They've got the Maelstrom, but they're not going to jump on forward, drop in the arena, but the Nova's down onto both of them. Meanwhile, the Deathward doing a decent amount here. Actually, just not doing that much at all. Saberlight, though, might be losing his life, just ticking away the poison, the magnetize. Can he actually survive through this? Suneko certainly can't. He's taken out already, and they're both going to drop. Supreme and Saberlight taken out of the equation. Mickey scoops him up 2 kills. Beautiful engagement from Liquid once again here. If they're allowed to take the fights like this, they are just going to wreck them every single time, it feels like.
Dude, that's so good. Like, Liquid is not sitting back and waiting for NiP to come to their tower and then defend it. They're actually the one going to NiP before they can group up together as 5. So if they can pick them off one by one, that's the only way they can actually win the fights at this moment, considering the items that NiP have.
In a dominant position this game, Liquid, it feels like. Even though it's only a 1k gold advantage, but just considering the draft, considering the heroes that have been picked, and considering they've got a PA with Battle Fury who's just dominating this game, highest net worth, Mickey's having an absolute stonker of a game.
Yeah, nowadays, especially after the nerf, like, you don't normally see people hit this 10k net worth on 20-minute mark that much anymore. But, like, Mickey's done it, and his last hits are insane too. This guy is like really good in his like first 20 minutes of like.
On the Liquids, you just be like, yeah, in the early game, these guys have been amazing. Meanwhile, there's a spear coming out onto Boxy along with the arena. That's going to be another tidy kill onto this Venomancer. Caught out of position a little bit here. Now, I mean, they're pinging Roche. I don't think that's going to take that long. And yeah, Boxy's like, hey, you know what? I don't want to see any of that happening. Not on my watch. Buyback comes out from Boxy. Nothing gonna really result from it though.
Yeah, he just had to do that to make sure that they don't get the Roshan. Like, it's just a casual early game buyback. It won't be too costly, I would say. It was like 600 something gold, but it definitely just ensured that NiP don't get this Aegis. Because if they get the Aegis, it's very simple what the game plan for NiP is. They're just gonna group up as 5 nonstop. There's no more like big objectives that they need to split up for. And Liquid at this point, like, they just gotta keep focusing on getting these lanes out as far as they possibly can. We even have the Earth Spirit starting to push lanes out and not just camping heroes anymore. Oh my goodness, look at this PA, man. This is actually crazy.
Deso all finished up. BKB well on the way. Shooting ahead on the net.
Smokes.
Yeah, Mickey can't be stopped, it feels like.
Yeah, he's on his way to blocking bar too.
I guess a lot of their damage can't be dodged, right? What do they have to stop Mickey?
Well, they're gonna have Vlad's, right? On the Mars. He's soon there. And then I think the Crimson Guard is pretty much the next item they should get, but it doesn't look like he's going for Crimson. He's going for a Lotus Orb. It's that old top.
Oh my god, Boxy again. A dieback from him, and Tiger, he's made himself into the arena here. Not sure this is where he wants to be, so he is going to roll out. Meanwhile, Charlie trying to chase down Koikva. Koikva is actually going to nearly lose his life here, just about surviving, jumping away twice. Charlie still inside that ultimate form. Sleight of Fist is not enough to keep him alive, but Charlie taking a heap of damage there from Mickey. Mickey kills an Necro unit, which is getting him a little bit low. Charlie still looking to come in on this one. Sableye jumps in, they're going to spit to the tree, but I'm not sure they can bring him down in time. Charlie back into the normal form, and Mickey turns around with the big crit just when she needs it to kill off Charlie. Meanwhile, the Death Ward doing a ton of damage, but it's also going to cause the death of Mickey, killing these quilt sprays out like a machine gun. And down goes Mickey. Meanwhile, on the sidelines here, they've gotten Tiger pinned to a tree, trying to beat him down. Supreme is going to make himself away. Yeah, Tiger comes crawling into him, but actually, he doesn't want to be there. Roll out through the tree lines. Liquid holding a steady line here as they throw the Maledict down. But Supreme, he's just going to batter through this line. He doesn't care about these heroes. Still chasing Tiger, even after all this time. Have that Maledict on him. Does have to be a little bit respectful of that as Sableye comes moonwalking past. We'll clear off these creeps, and this will put an end to this one. But finally, Ninjas find themselves a decent fight up in the top lane.
Oh man, this Venomancer is like the prime target for Mars. That's all he sees. That's the only person in his sight is his Venomancer. And because Boxy didn't have buyback, all of Liquid felt like they had to teleport and protect him and try to make sure that he can live, or else NiP is just going to go into Roshan and get it. But it looks like they're going to take that Roshan engagement anyway. It does look like Liquid are going to have 5 heroes for this, though.
They will be back in time, yeah, and they've got the TP points available with the tier 2s, so it's something. But this will might have been a bait here. Arena comes down, catching out 2. If they can kill Boxy again, they have to bring him down. They're going to go for Insania first. He does get off a decent ulti, but it doesn't really matter. Boxy dropping low, but in comes a crit from Mickey, chasing onto Charlie. Sableye just trying to get the TP away, and is successful in doing so. Tiger jumps forwards onto Charlie here. There's tempting kill to try and go for this one, and, well, tempting is actually very, very easy. They get Tiger, but they keep Boxy alive this time at the very, very least. But man, I mean, he's putting himself in such vulnerable situations, yeah.
Like Insania and Earthspirit, like Insania and Tiger have both died in exchange for Roshan being delayed some more. And like you said, like Mars, man, this hero is actually crazy. Like he just jumps in, and Venomancer and Witch Doctor have no chance against this alternate.
Yeah, they don't have any way to get out of it. They're just kind of like, well, guess we're going to sit in here for a while. Maybe I can drop a Poison Nova or something like that, but not really much the Veno can do inside that arena.
Oh, again? Another dance? I was going to say, like, we should probably mention that just Bristleback is so tanky at this point in the game. I feel Liquid jumping him would be a very big mistake. Like, after those 2 fights, he's got Pipe Vanguard and a Playmill now, and you might as well just ignore him completely, but at the same time, you can't really ignore him because he does so much damage. He's level 18, his Warpath gives him so much physical damage, and the goo on top of that to slow people down, remove their armor. He's just pretty much like 3-shotting Witch Doctor at this stage in the game.
Yeah, Witch Doctor really getting annihilated when they get on top of him. Also, I feel like his Death Ward is kind of, I don't know if this is true, but it kind of feels like it's turning Supreme into a bit of a machine gun, which doesn't seem like the best usage of that spell.
Yeah, there's a lot of armor on Dire side because they're already building armor to counter the Phantom Assassin. So this Witch Doctor, Death Ward is not going to be doing any damage whatsoever this game.
Yeah, and it's triggering these quill sprays like, God, a lot. But there we go. Still doing damage, and definitely, I mean, this hero still feels amazing. Like, the Maledicts have helped him out so much.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Anything with just a Bristleback just wanting to sit on your front lines is good, and that's exactly what this Witch Doctor is doing.
Right. And it looks like they're just trying to, like, get some pressure out on the map. They probably come to the realization that they're not going to be able to stop this Roshan.
Yeah.
Like, NiP is just too many team fight items up and this Roshan is just like so difficult. But they are smoking from bottom all the way to Rosh. Maybe they won't try once again. They got the
They're making a
BKB.
pilgrimage to the holy mecca of Roshan. Are they going to get here in time is the question.
They do have the BKB on the PA.
Look at this Sableye, he seems to know where they are. They've got this observer here. They're
so
gonna
fast.
see. Let's see, but Roche is down. They've already taken it. Supreme's gonna take the Aegis, meanwhile jumping forwards here, but Sableye's actually taken a ton of damage. Bulwark doing a decent amount, and Disruption actually gonna save his life. This BKB from PA is doing them work though, but it doesn't really matter. Quake for Insania already pulled down. Sableye will die, and now Mickey's in trouble. Blinking away to his teammate, jumping over to Boxy here. Boxy's gonna pop the poison over onto 3. Here is in some trouble. Mickey actually turns around and gets a crit dagger off, but he's gonna lose his life in response. And Boxy heading exactly the same way. 2 heroes to the great, making it a total of 4, and they look forward towards Tiger as well, but Tiger with a roll up to the high ground. They don't want to chase that guy. He's way too strong, but they can take down some towers instead. Pushing at the top, pushing over mid. So like did buyback for that one, but another huge fight. And I mean, I thought you were right. I thought Liquid had just gone, hey, you know what? We can't take this Roche fight. Let's try and get as much value out of the map before this Aegis goes to the way of NiP. We can outlast the Aegis and just kind of have a plateaued game until the Aegis runs out. But no, that's not what they were thinking at all. They still try to contest Roshan, and it ends up being a horrendous mistake from them.
Yeah, I mean, NiP is in a huge power spike right now. Like, they got the AC completed on the Lycan, and they got the Vladimirs. They got so much armor on these 3 cores. Like, even the PA being this fat, like, I don't think this farm, like, I don't think she has any chance anymore.
Damn.
Like, to kill these cores. Like, it's getting really hard.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way.
They gotta get that Maledict on the cores, and then also the Phantom Assassin to jump. Like,
and they also need the paralyzing cast to bounce around all of Charlie's creeps and disable them so they don't just tear heroes apart. Like, they need so many things to go exactly right for them, which just is not happening. And Boxy's died so many times, he doesn't feel like a hero anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like this is probably the biggest weakness in all of Liquid's drafts. Like, this Venomancer was an absolute burden. Like, let's be real here. He just has super low movement speed. He fought against 2 heroes who have disables, and he has not had a good game whatsoever. And his comeback mechanics aren't, like, too powerful either at the moment.
Yeah, this Venomancer is essentially a creep that makes you cough. To be fair, times like these is quite scary, but... And meanwhile,
Yeah.
Supreme, he's going to kill off this Plague Ward, deny a bit of their vision. Got that Aegis, so fearing nothing right now. Soneko probably be a little bit more. So nice Hex, though, actually. Stops the Floods from coming out onto him. And now the Arena doing everything to keep Soneko alive here and get the return kill onto Tiger, which they will be successful in grabbing. But Koikfa still running down this Lion, and Lion, well, a nice, cute little Ghost Scepter. It's making this take a really long time, and another stun. Even stopping to drain the mana off the PA here. Somehow Soneko's still alive, finally gets brought down. And now Mickey with that BKB, but he's just being kited. He doesn't know what to do with himself. They're going to try and get themselves away. Supreme, though, he's on the chase. He's throwing down these viscous nasal goo on some heroes.
Well, this might be the fight.
Be losing his life here, maybe.
Boxy didn't die first, so this is probably the fight for Liquid here.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie's kind of wondering what to do with himself. He doesn't have the shapeshift, and now they jump forwards onto Sableye here with that PA, but Sableye, he's pretty damn tanky here. So happy to sit on the front lines if it keeps Supreme alive. And look at Supreme getting off a lot of damage, but it doesn't really matter. Sableye already down. Charlie trying to get the TP out. Anything to stop it. They got the chains, and now the Lycan stuck around for way too long. Liquid find the turn. Supreme going for the TP. He's the only one to make it out. But man, yeah. That's a fight which just went on way too long, and when it goes on that long, eventually a shapeshift will run out. You don't have Arena, and unfortunately that's only so much Supreme can do in these engagements.
Yeah, so Liquid's game plan is absolutely perfect right now. In their comms, they're saying, okay, kill the Lion, kill the Shadow, kill the supports off, and then we'll just like isolate these 3 tanky guys that we actually can't kill. So they completely ignored everybody else, kill the supports, let the shapeshift run out, like you said, and then they just one by one started picking off these cores. And Supreme, like, he felt really strong because he had the Aegis, but once he started getting kited because the Veno, the Gale, the Plague Wards and stuff, like, he's not strong anymore. And Mars, like, I feel this game, Sableye has done the right decision of always jumping Boxy, and I think he needs to stick to that. Every time he doesn't jump Boxy, like, the fights are so different.
It is scary. It is really scary for Boxy to play this game right now. But if he survives, it seems to make a huge difference to their team fight. He's everything right now, and especially with the Spirit Vessel as well. They need him to be alive, especially in these long fights. He can make the difference. And that aura as well, you know, it's I don't know how much work it's doing. It's hard to read it, but it certainly feels like when he's alive, things go well for Liquid.
Yeah, like this is. I mean, he's at the mercy of Saberlight in this game. That's for sure. Because if Saberlight always patient and waiting to only jump Boxy, like I think Liquid are not going to be able to get that fight that they want. So if we see Saberlight jump somebody else again, like maybe I don't know, an Earth Spirit once again, like I think Liquid definitely got another shot to win another team fight here.
Yeah. I also think this Craggy Coat is pretty key on the line as well, giving him the extra armor. Just helps him survive a couple more hits and get off those Ghost Scepters inside the lockdown. But they might have found Koikva here. They've got the lockdown and the finger comes through. And goodbye, Koikva. Absolutely obliterated. Yeah, might not come into play here. I think that's just a gank into... I mean, it's always scary with the Lycan though, right? You get one core pick off and you're like, alrighty, let's run down some lanes. So they might
exactly. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. I mean, if Koikva didn't have BKB, I mean, buyback, like, we could probably just be like, all right, this is going to be, like, at least one set of racks for sure. But because he does have buyback, we could potentially see a decent fight here. Boxy doesn't have buyback, though. This guy, he's got some balls. Chilling up there in the front. He's like, yo, I got to get that Vessel Aura debuff on the enemy. Or something. Yes. I don't know what's
those heals, which I don't know. Just want to point out this Lycan picked up the AC, which I love this game. Obviously, when you've got a ton of physical damage, always feels nice. So that's going to help him out a ton. It is a bit of a game changer. It's going to make these quills hurt a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, and Bristol's also going for the the Halberd this game. That's going to be really tough on the Phantom Assassin. The Bristleback is going for Halberd.
Yeah. That tower had backdoor protection, by the way, just saying.
Oh, really? Oh, it looked like it was just butter, and they just... Oh my goodness, Boxy.
Boxy, once again, Saberlight just on him like a plague, which is ironic to say the least. But Boxy actually surviving through this one for now, but not really enough here. They will get ticked off all the same.
And he's the one guy who's not that
5 seconds. That's not good.
Yep, this is exactly what we were talking about. The one guy that needs to not die, and
you know, he was doing a great job staying alive for the past kind of 5-7 minutes. Unfortunately, he's fallen back into old habits here. He does get picked up in that middle lane. A cute cask bouncing around, keeping Screamer's neck. Actually, obviously he's alive, but Mickey's actually come forward for this one. Can he keep him locked down? No, he does get off the BKB. Do they have the damage to kill him anyway? No, they don't. Meanwhile, Death Ward not doing much as usual. And Creep's going to run up onto the high ground and just sit on fucking and stuff with Insania here. Insania, though, they're going to be able to kill off his creeps. Not sure about that one. That is a lot of gold given away for free by the Lycan. Yeah, got to respect the
You know what? This cask is like starting to do a lot of work. Like, it feels like the biggest reason why they can't walk into a high ground is because of the cask. Like, they need to bring all these like units and heroes together to like hit the buildings, and this cask bouncing around is like always threatening to, you know, chain stun one hero and like poke away. So they actually bought enough time for Venomancer to revive. It's amazing.
I'm actually a little bit surprised. Insania has hit the level 15, but he didn't go for the 2 cask bounces. He went for the Maledict AoE. Now, I know that's quite reasonably common, but I don't know. I think there is some value in the cask bounces today.
Yeah, but I think I would also probably go with the Maledict. Like, hitting 2 units, like hitting 2 heroes with the Maledict is probably extremely high value, right? So... that's gotta be the play, and he's also got that telescope, so he's gonna get that extra range with the Aether Lens too. His Maledict range is insane. Like, people are gonna get maledicted, and they're not even gonna know where it's coming from.
Good point. Well, Liquid with the smoke up and run forward here, but unfortunately, it's an angry-looking hedgehog running down this middle lane, and that is not a hero they can afford to jump.
Yeah, and now he's got that Halberd too. This Phantom Assassin, if he doesn't get that BKB on, like, he gets Halberded, it's gonna feel real bad. And it looks like Charlie's next item was Black King Bar this game. So he can just run down that Witch Doctor and never get stunned up.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I mean, yeah, he's definitely got enough damage to kill him without his creeps, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think his plan is like he's just gonna leave his all his summons, like his Centaur, all his Necronomicon, like he's gonna leave it in one control group, let them like hit some buildings or chase someone else, and then with this hero alone, he's gonna like go in with the Black King Bar. So he doesn't have to like bring all his units together and everybody just gets stunned up. That's like the way that you kind of want to play with, or play against Witch Doctor's cast.
This Roche is going to get taken for free here. No response from
So
Liquid
fast.
whatsoever.
That was so fast, my goodness.
Yeah,
like the amount of physical damage on NiP side is like absolutely insane. Like these 3 strength heroes, yeah, scary, man.
Did you point out that Tiger's gotten the
Snake.
Crimson Guard, by the way?
I have not. That's very nice pickup, actually.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
the
gonna help
centaur!
him. Oh, no,
Tiger!
not the creep you wanted coming on in there. And a nice spear as well, holding Tiger still, stopping him from
Huge.
getting off the roll. And I think he's trying to roll still, and they actually don't have anything to block him in that direction. But a TP over from Supreme's going to try and stay on top of him, but he's got another roll forward. He's got 5 stones. I mean, this is probably not a kill.
Time to go for a walk, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Tiger, that was
Rolling.
yeah, that was actually so smooth, you know. Just casually like rolled from bottom on to top, bought his team like a minute of farm on the map, and now this PA actually has enough money for Abyssal Blade and I think buyback. No, not quite enough, but does have Abyssal Blade though.
Yeah, very
Huge
neat.
item.
If she wants to buy, she might still want the buyback. We'll see. Seems like that's the case. Very much valuing the ability to come back into this one.
Oh, I like Boxy's pickup of the Blink Dagger. Like, at least with this Blink, either he can jump, like, them first, or if Mars does Blink to him, he can, like, blink out before the arena forms.
Yeah, it means he can sit really far back and still be a factor in the fights. You know, that's something which is really important when he keeps getting jumped by Saberlight. It's going to be a game of patience between those two.
I like how he's playing, too. Like, he's very... split pushing mentality right now, and like they're all in that mode, right? They just want to buy time for this Aegis to run out, but like Supreme's like, nah, I don't think so. I got some creeps mid. I'm gonna go hit this tower like 3 times. But is it a repair kit? Yeah, there's a 1 repair kit charge left on Liquid.
Paralyzing cast bounced back, by the way, which is super annoying. And Charlie actually popped the ultimate. He's going for bottom. They're going for the dual plays here.
Ooh.
Fortification is available, though.
Have to repair that up.
That's not going to do much. Meanwhile, PA, she is going to buy this Abyssal Blade, which is the buyout. No buyback on this PA. Really an all-in play. Crystal back, getting some daggers thrown his way.
Interesting. Mid now. Same thing. So PA is going to cover mid, and then Venomancer is going to cover the other lane, and they're just going to, try to wait this out as long as they can. All the repair kit charges are finished now, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure how much NiP is willing to commit. I think Saberlight is just waiting for that angle to get 1 jump. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, trying to go in here, but he doesn't actually find it. He's having some troubles. Abyssal Blade comes out onto him as well. He does reflect it, though, with the
Harvard's on.
Lotus. Is going to keep him into this game and actually drop in the arena here. This might look pretty good for NiP, although nothing really happening in this fight so far, other than the PA getting low and being forced back to base and a magnetized onto 4. Tiger, he's not going to let this one go just yet, but might have to, really. A lot of ultis being thrown.
That's a win for Liquid, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're just buying more time, and everybody's like lower health. They need to regen up again. It's like everything's about delaying this Aegis. Like, let it, run out. And after that, I think Liquid are gonna take something. And look at what Mickey has in his quick buy. It's time.
Oh dang! He's got the time down ready. He just wants to.
He knows.
Whip it out.
Yep. As soon as this Aegis is done, it's go time, and then they're gonna play for the next Roshan. They're gonna be the one who's gonna want that next Roshan.
Yeah. This is the all or nothing play from Mickey, but still a long way off. Let's hold our horses, rein in our excitement a little bit, but we will keep an eye on that one. Crystal finishing off an Abyssal
might get caught here.
He's not in the best position, but he's got his team with him. The Supreme's wrapping around from the side, though. Charlie's going to pop the ultimate as well. They're all wrapping in on this one. The Abyssal comes down onto the PA. Arena down as well. Can they take her in time before she gets on the BKB? Yes, they can. Does have a buyback, though. Liquid retreating to the high ground. I don't think PA has a choice. You've got to use it, and that means Dreams or Rapier are far-fetched indeed. Supreme on this high ground, going to be taking these barracks. Liquid just looking at him, throwing in some spells. I mean, the Venom is able to do a decent amount to this Bristleback, but it's still not enough, or is it actually? They've got the Maledict, they've got the kickback. Bristle, under the tier 4s, has the Aegis, remember, so even if he dies here, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but die he certainly will. Meanwhile, Tiger, not that healthy. NiP finally dives back into this one, and down at bottom, Charlie's doing the rat things. He's taken down the tower, taken down the melee barracks as well. The ranged one's all that's left standing down at bottom. 2 fruity barracks still remain at mid. Meanwhile, Supreme with his flicker, having some fun. I actually love this. This is an insanely good item for the Bristleback here. The Dispel, plus the movement speed. Sign me up for a bit of that.
Yeah, this is actually that was such a costly death from Mickey there. He just lost 3,000 gold from all of that, and they lost the bottom rack without being able to actually take a team fight because he was dead.
And they don't care. I mean, they've still got a cheese, and they're going to try and do the same play again. Maledict kick back in, but the Lotus Orb out onto Supreme, and Tiger might be the one in trouble, but Supreme is down low pretty quickly here. But in they go, and then the Spirit just jumping on top of everyone, but the BKBs come out, and finally they will be able to bring down Tiger here. Quick from the middle of them all, going to throw down the Abyssal Blade onto the Bristleback here. He doesn't have that cheese anymore, but they're just chasing forwards. They find the PA. PA's going to die here. They kick her away. Is it enough to keep her alive? No. Mickey is dead. 125 seconds. This might be the hopes and dreams of Liquid going along with it as well. Supreme diving deep under the tier 4 fears absolutely nothing and will be able to take down Insania, but they kick it back into the base. Can they keep him here though? That is the question. They kick it back again, but it's actually no. Koikba is going to die to the Quills, and Supreme, he's still alive. He's been in the fountain and back, and him back to the... Oh my god. How do you survive this? What is this hero? How do you survive that? Well, everybody else has been poisoned up by the Venomancer, so they will actually have to back away. Somehow, they have forced NiP to retreat. I think that was all just Boxy whilst all this was going on, just blinked in the backlines, gets a big poison over out onto everybody, and kind of plays around a little bit, but Jesus, Supreme's a monster.
I want to say there was a really special item in this game that completely destroyed this Phantom Assassin, and that's the Shadow Demon. Aghanim's Shadow Demon with the Demonic Purge. It breaks the Phantom Assassin even if she casts her BKB. So she can't crit, so she doesn't do any damage.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Sableye gonna miss the arena at the very least. A small little glimmer of hope for Liquid, but unfortunately with their barracks disappearing, that glimmer of hope is snuffed out just as quickly as it arrived, and still no PA. 40 seconds left. Charlie diving in deep, might find the Witch Doctor. Insania being chased down into the base. Abyssal gonna finish the job. Insania put to sleep. Meanwhile, Boxy trying to play some Dota here, but just is not being allowed to. Supreme's just playing his own game right now, and Liquid just don't factor into his plans. He's holding 3 heroes in the base while the rest of his team get to work, do the dirty stuff, and take down those towers. Another fortification being used here. Flicker even being used by Supreme on the edge of the base. He plays around. More than happy to risk his life. It's fine. It's no problem. Gets a bash out onto Koik for the spear. Does miss though. Koikba should be able to survive this one at the very least, even jumping in with the extra remnant charge. But in comes Boxy, and he's going to drop the ultimate just before he gets fingered up. PA is nearly back into this one. Liquid, could they really hope for the hold hit? They're going to try for it, but Koikba's in some trouble, but he will be able to get off that Sleight of Fist. Meanwhile, PA just trying to sneak around the backlines here for someone else to go onto, but it doesn't really matter. They've already had most of their team dying. Tiger, the last one left alive, other than Mickey himself, and Mickey can't even find a lion, for God's sakes. They're gonna call it. They tap out. GG is called. The PA can do absolutely nothing, and NiP will get the 2-0.